Today's video, Moab to Denver. Our time here in Moab has been unbelievable. We spent 4 days exploring Arches National Park and its towering red rocks, sweeping vistas, and iconic arches glowing in the sun. And then Canyonlands, with their endless canyons, dramatic overlooks, and views that stretch clear across the southwest. The two parks completely different, but absolutely beautiful and unforgettable. Check out what's behind me. And this is just one tiny area of Canyonlands. As we wrap up our time here in Moab, be sure to check out our previous videos on Arches and Canyonlands. Those really dive deep into exploring this amazing area. We're rolling out of Goose Island campgrounds this morning, saying goodbye to those Colorado River views, but now it's time to hit the highway, cross the Rockies, and head towards Denver. This camping location definitely makes our top 5 list of dry camping spots. As we pulled out of the campground, RV Trip Wizard wanted us to go up Route 191, but we chose the scenic route 128 instead. This road winds northeast along the Colorado River for miles, with towering red cliffs and dramatic canyon walls rising on both sides. One of the prettiest drives out of Moab. This route proved to be very RV friendly. We had no problems getting willy and nilly down the roads. We didn't get the camera out nearly as much as I wish we would have. We were just in awe by all the beauty. We saw several campgrounds, established campgrounds that were really BLM style campgrounds all up and down this area. We did stop a few times when we saw the big rubber rafts riding the waves full of groups on board. Along this route, we had crossed the Colorado River 2, maybe 3 times before we hit I-70. We had determined that the distance was a lot more than we're used to, so Debbie was on the phone looking for campgrounds somewhere in the middle. Our target on drive days is about 250 miles, or about 3 to 4 hour drive times. And regardless of the speed limit, we try to target 63 to 65 miles an hour. And before we knew it, we were leaving Utah and got into Colorado. Hey, so for everybody who is traveling eastbound on I-70, as you leave Utah and you come into Colorado, the Colorado Welcome Center rest area, it's actually like mile marker 19, so you're 19 miles in to Colorado. But the Welcome Center has dump stations. Very nice setup. Pro tip, if you're looking to dump and get fresh water, drinkable water filled too, it's all right here. So this Welcome Center looks pretty cool. It's got a nice display here of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Park. I always like seeing these. It just gives you that feel of USA and patriotism. Okay, and it's a good stop, and let's jump back in the willy and nilly and continue our trek east.
Take the second exit at the traffic circle onto the Interstate 70 East.
Check this out. It was inside the traffic circle. Junction, Colorado.
There's a national monument.
And we didn't know it at the time, but we're going to be coming back here in a future video. And it ended up being a lot sooner than we thought. And it was right here when Willie's air conditioning quit working. Heading eastbound on I-70, and this is kind of the first big higher elevation mountain we're seeing in Colorado. It's pretty cool. And I'll tell you, Debbie and I started to get a little bit concerned. She still hadn't been able to find a overnight camping spot that was available for us, and we were concerned that the cell service might start getting bad as we went up the mountains. And along with looking for a campground, we then now decided that we should find a Ford dealer somewhere in Denver to take a look at our air conditioner. And by the way, we will be driving through 4 of these tunnels as we head eastbound towards Denver. But fun fact, the westbound lanes have 5 tunnels.
Wow, that was loud. Okay, so there's gondolas on that mountain up there. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, Sunlight Mountain, Snowmap, Aspen. Aspen is around here. There's some gondolas over there. I don't want to drive the camper to Aspen. No, but it's quite a ways, and I don't know that we can get there. Bummer. Oh, White River. That's where I was trying to get a campsite. Grizzly Creek. That's the Colorado River.
I think about now, Debbie and I started to realize that we're not going to get any overnight camping through here. We didn't make pre-reservations, and so we're probably going to hunker down and just shoot all the way to Denver.
Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't think we've never been this way. Wow. Yeah, but I see a tunnel. This was lighted more. We're going under westbound 70. Oh yeah, it's cooler now. Shit.
We're having trouble with our air conditioning. So we are en route, trying to make it all the way to Denver. And we have scheduled with a Ford dealer to have a look at why the AC keeps coming in and going out. 7,000 feet total over the last 150 miles.
We were just at 7,900 feet, so I think we are going, and we started at 3,900.
There's Vail.
Vail! There you are. Well, I was a little off. 8150. So let me see if I can find the ski slopes of Vail.
As we roll eastbound on I-70, we're cruising past West Vail and now Vail, Colorado, taking in the beautiful mountain views without stopping. The ski runs, the lodges, and the tall pines all line the highway, giving us that classic Colorado feel. We just enjoyed the ride, but kept heading down the road. Vail, Colorado sits at 8,150 feet above sea level, and the summits around it reach 11,570 feet. So we took an exit to Frisco, and rolling through this small mountain town, we quickly learned that our 60-foot rig was too big for its narrow turns. We couldn't squeeze in to any gas stations, so we had to drive all the way through town before we could find a place to turn around and then head back out to the freeway without gas.
White River National Forest we're coming into. Up, up, up. We're at 9,100 feet at 73 degrees. Looks like we might be starting down. 9,200 feet. Now you need to put your cruiser.
Still touring.
9,400 feet and still rising. Oh yeah, right there maybe. Upscaling, maybe that's they're putting the wall up. 9,500 feet.
See, my ears are popping.
I wouldn't get too close to him.
No, and I can't pass it. We make 10,000.
Okay, we're at 9,800 feet. We're still going up. 9,950. Are we gonna go to 10,000 feet and then have to go down? I'd say it looks probable. 10,000 feet.
Pretty much the entire time we were heading up, we were also in construction.
10,375. And still going up. I'm glad you're driving.
A little bit of a pain. Where we at? This is not that.
10,432. $10,634 feet. I think we're going to start heading down. There's a big mountain in front of us.
And that mountain in front of us ended up being our last tunnel. And here's another cool fun fact. As we drive through this Eisenhower Johnson Memorial Tunnel, we'll be crossing the Continental Divide inside the tunnel. And while the land above the tunnel is much higher, inside the tunnel, you will reach an altitude of 11,158 feet, which is also the highest point on Interstate 70 in Colorado. And as you can imagine, it's pretty much all downhill from there. Seeing Denver from a distance was a good sign. We made it to the Westminster Elks Lodge, number 2227. And that completes a very long, hard drive for us. I hope you guys will join us next week to see where our adventure takes us next. Exploring Red Rock Amphitheater, the Rocky Mountain National Park, in next week's video we take Willie, our 2025 F-350 truck, back to the Ford dealer. We'll see what's going on this time.
Hey, let's go do the Molson's Coors Brewery Tour in Golden, Colorado. Cheers, everybody.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.